A huge Survivor Series return has been confirmed, but first, All Elite Wrestling have announced a major tournament. Last night on AEW Collision, Tony Khan would make an appearance alongside the currently injured Bryan Danielson to make an announcement that will see the promotion introduce their own G1 Climax-style competition between many of their top stars. The G1 is an annual tournament held by New Japan Pro-Wrestling, where this year's edition saw 32 participants compete across 4 blocks of 8, with the winners of each block advancing to the semi-finals and ultimately the final. Now AEW have confirmed the first ever Continental Classic tournament that will follow a similar format. The bouts will take place over the course of 6 weeks, with 2 groups of 6 wrestlers competing in a round robin, similar to the NFL regular season. The 2 wrestlers at the top of each group with the most points will then advance to the grand final that will go down at the World's End pay-per-view on December 30, with the victor being crowned the inaugural Continental Classic winner. The tournament will begin on the November 22nd edition of AEW Dynamite, with Tony Khan confirming that Bryan Danielson is entering as the first competitor. It seems that despite reports of a broken orbital bone, the American Dragon will be working through injury in the tournament, which in itself has led to speculation that the knock is simply part of a storyline with Kazuchika Okada, although this is not confirmed. However, what is confirmed is that Bryan will also be working a match at next year's All In London event at Wembley Stadium. This after he missed this year's show due to injury, something that was announced during the same segment last night, with many wondering if this will be his retirement match. And next, matches have been added to AEW Full Gear. The next All Elite Wrestling pay-per-view is less than 1 week away, with AEW Full Gear set to air this coming Saturday night on November 11. On last night's edition of AEW Collision, 3 more matches would be added to the card for the show. Firstly, Julia Hart would manage to defeat Willow Nightingale in order to secure her spot in the AEW TBS Championship freeway match next weekend. This after a hard-hitting clothesline and a moonsault was enough to get the pinfall. This means that Hart will take on TBS champion Chris Statlander and the winner of Sky Blue vs Red Velvet on Dynamite, with the title on the line. Julia isn't the only member of the House of Black to have a spot on the Full Gear card, as a 4-way tag match has also been added that will see Ricky Starks and Big Bill defend their AEW World Tag Team Championships against FTR, Rush and Dralistico of LFI, as well as Malachi Black and Brody King of the House of Black. Former Trios champions Malachi and Brody are looking to add to their AEW title resume, with FTR seeking to win back the AEW tag belts for the 3rd time, whilst LFI have yet to hold titles under the All Elite banner. And finally, it was confirmed last night that bitter rivals Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland are set to go one-on-one against each other in a rematch from Wrestle Dream last month, a bout that saw Swerve walk away with the win. This time, Hangman called for the rematch to happen under Texas Deathmatch rules, a stipulation he's competed under 3 times in his AEW career, winning every single time. Later on in the show, the fight would be confirmed for this coming Saturday night in Inglewood, California. And next up, 2 new stars have been added to the AEW roster. The All Elite Wrestling website has recently updated its roster page to include 2 additional wrestlers, a sign that they've officially signed All Elite Wrestling contracts. On the latest episode of AEW Collision, a trios match took place with Adam Copeland, Sting, and Darby Allin facing off against Lance Archer and his new teammates Vincent and Dutch of The Righteous. Eagle-eyed fans have now noticed that The Righteous have been added to the official AEW roster page, with them seemingly now officially All Elite. Previously, Vincent and Dutch had significant presence in Ring of Honor, with their recent involvement in the handicap match for the ROH Tag Team Championships against MJF, leading to a more prominent position in AEW. The duo would be recently reintroduced by Jake Roberts as new allies for his client Lance Archer, perhaps a sign that a new faction has been formed. And next up, a theory surrounding the devil in AEW has been debunked. For the past several weeks, a mysterious figure wearing MJF's devil mask has been haunting AEW television, wiping out anyone that gets close to the current AEW World Champion, whether it be friend or foe. One name on the lips of fans as a potential candidate is Dr. Britt Baker DMD, who is of course the real-life wife of Max's best friend, Adam Cole. Speaking on 103.5 Kiss FM this week, the former AEW Women's World Champion would be asked if she's the one behind the attacks, something that she would rule out, and she would say,
There's a lot of people that are speculating that maybe Dr. Britt Baker is the devil.
I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Are you the devil?
So.
That feels weird as an interview question to ask somebody, but.
I'm not, but then I'm like, maybe I would be a good devil. But it's not me. But if I could be, would I be? Maybe. Because then I'm like, who better to like stir some up than me? I don't know if we can swear, but.
And speaking of the AEW Devil, I'm currently working on a brand new video titled Unmasking the Devil, where I'm doing a deep dive into all of the leading suspects that could be behind the mask. So be sure to keep an eye out for that on your feed over the next day or so, and make sure you click it as soon as you do. And also let me know in the comments of this video who you think the devil is. Next up, a huge Survivor Series return has been confirmed. The next 2 weeks are set to see 2 big wrestling pay-per-views go down from AEW and WWE, with Full Gear being held this Saturday night, while Survivor Series will happen the following Saturday. The latter will see the return of War Games with a men's and women's match expected on the night. On the men's side of things, both teams have 4 confirmed names for the bout, with Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn set to make up the babyface team, who will battle the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough. According to a fresh report from Fightful Select, both sides will receive 1 more partner, both of which will be confirmed in the near future, and Fightful would note, it was reported by Wrestling Observer newsletter this week that Drew McIntyre was being considered for WWE War Games, but beyond that, we've actually heard that's been the working plan for the match for months now. Specifically, McIntyre has been planned for the heel, Judgment Day side of things, making it a 5-man team. The plan since the summer for the babyface side was a returning Randy Orton, with the reveal tentatively planned before the day of the show, as to avoid any CM Punk speculation. With the Survivor Series taking place in Chicago, fans have long speculated that the Second City Saint will make his return at the show, although WWE are going out of their way to dispel this rumor. Randy Orton has been out of action for well over a year at this point, as he's been dealing with back issues and surgery, with it once believed that he could be set to retire. However, it seems he will soon return to screens. On top of this, we have news on who will be stepping into the cage for the women's match, with Becky Lynch expected to join Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair and Shotzi to take on Bayley, Io Sky, Kairi Sane and Asuka, and PW Insider would report. For those who are asking who could be the final member of Bianca Belair's team at Survivor Series in War Games, the expectation last night at the SmackDown taping was that it would likely be Becky Lynch. Whilst the men's match looks to be a 5-on-5 contest, reports suggest that the women's bout will be a 4-on-4 match, although this is yet to be confirmed, as the match itself hasn't officially been announced. And before you go, make sure you check out 10 shocking Roman Reigns facts that WWE wants you to forget.